God bless you, thank you. And now, because you've been such a lovely audience, we'd like to do a number we consider, well, one of the all-time greats. Who won? Hitsu. The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train.
Place serves are right down. I don't know. Somehow Cyril's not stampeding them towards the bar tonight.
Could be his singing's getting better.
No, I know what it is. There's a big party in from the Hard of Hearing Club.
Hello, Wesley. Mr. Stanley.
Hello there.
Evening.
He's still at it, then. I'll say this for Cyril. He never knows when he's beaten.
Who's that?
Don't you know? That's Rita, Cyril's ex-wife.
What's she want Cyril for?
It's the age-old mystery, Glenys. What does any woman in the right mind want Cyril for?
It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Then I'll wake and look around at those four great walls that surround me. And then I realize, yeah, I realized
Sit down, Cyril. I won't bite you.
I've heard that one before, and the next minute there was a big lump out my leg. Look, Lisa, if it's money you're after,
Sit down. I've give up trying to get money off you, Cyril. I've got some news for you. Remember my Auntie Beryl?
She was the only one of your lot that ever speak to me, and that was at the wedding.
Well, she's passed over this morning. She was 75, Cyril. She'd had a good innings. It was a blessing, really. She'd gone very funny in her old age.
She was nice, your Auntie Beryl. She liked me.
Yeah, she'd been a bit odd for years. Anyway, the funeral's Monday. But seeing as you've no money, I don't suppose you'll be sending a floral tribute.
I've got me pride, Rita. I'll send some flowers. I don't know what sort yet. I haven't been through the park just lately. But there'll be some there from me, all right.
Hey, Cyril. Doesn't listening to this make you feel all funny?
No, I'm used to it. Anyway, considering the drummer's blind and the pianist got a plate in his head, not that bad, really.
I mean the tune. It's our tune, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're playing our tune.
Is this person bothering you, Cyril? Because if she's upsetting you at all, I can get Nigel to throw her out.
I take it you're Mrs. Cyril McGregor II?
Not yet, but I am as intended, yeah?
God love us, is he still not married yet?
Look, girls,
You stay out of this, Cyril.
We've got an awful lot of pies left, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm giving you fair warning. If you don't start shifting them soon, I'm going to send the singer back.
Look, we've got things to talk about. I'll come and see you tomorrow on that dump you call a car pitch.
It was nice of her, though, to come and tell Cyril her auntie had died. I'd not have expected that of her. I mean, yes, I could have seen her running round hot-foot to tell her auntie Cyril had died, but...
She's up to something, man. It's no use you telling Rita you can't get blood out of a stone, because she's the kind of woman that likes to give your stones a squeeze just in case.
I've a question to ask you, Cyril. Why haven't we got a special tune?
Hey?
You heard? The group was playing Are You Lonesome Tonight, wasn't they? And she said to you, they're playing our tune.
Oh, yeah. Beth Elliott was at the holiday camp. That's where we met. I was singing Are You Lonesome Tonight in the Elvis Presley lookalike contest.
You! Elvis Presley lookalike!
What's so strange about that? You must know I came third.
And if you ask me, those other two fellas in the contest, they was friends of the entertainment manager.
Anyway, later that night, I was in the lobby of the ballroom, and I saw her standing, looking helpless in front of this door. So I rushed forward and opened it for her.
You never opened doors for me.
Well, think yourself lucky. This door he opened was the ladies' toilet, and there was somebody in there already. He threw our Cyril off the camp for that, and Rita with him.
Why haven't I got romantic memories like that, Cyril? You haven't even got a special tune. Apart from My Way, which just about sums you up. Self, face lasting in the flaming middle.
You're upset, aren't you, love? No, yeah, I can tell underneath, like.
Look, you don't have to worry about Rita wanting Cyril back because she hates him. She always has done.
How can you say that?
Because it's true. She took a dislike to you on the honeymoon.
Nah, you're wrong, Wes. It was magic, that honeymoon. The little caravan on the cliff top. The sun going down into the ocean. The waves pounding on the shore. The warmth and snugness at night when we closed the door against the outside world.
Oh, take no notice, love. It wasn't as nice as what he makes out. I mean, for a start, we can never get the toilet in that caravan to flush proper.
Yeah. And it was a good 1.5 miles to the nearest pub.
You mean you and Wesley went on the honeymoon as well?
We had the caravan booked ages. It was there pushing in on us.
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Do I look okay, Wes? She bought me this tie, you know. She was very good like that.
You're kidding yourself, Cyril. Have you forgot the time she took your tuxedo to the Oxfam shop?
Yeah, the cow! No, be fair, Wes. I provoked her. I used to criticise her cooking.
I'm worried about you, Cyril. Something tells me you are about to clamber aboard Love's Magic Roundabout to be taken for yet another ride.
She wants to get back into my life again, Wes. She wants to try again. She's here. In a nice little motor, too. Oh, she looks great.
She's no good, Cyril. She never was. She's after something, but what? I mean, you got no money. You got a face like a fire-damaged welly. What the hell is it she's after, man?
Will my car be all right out there?
Sure, dead safe. Safe as houses. We haven't had a car stolen once, have we, Cyril?
No. It's all that rust and all them ball tyres that I'm worried about. I mean, will they affect my car?
You can't get rust off another car, Rita. There's nothing catching about bald tyres.
Well, they've not done you much good, have they?
All right, so she wants to have another go, does she? What is it you want off our Cyril?
That's between me and him.
Yeah? Do you mind, Wes?
OK. But I'll be just outside, Cyril. You only have to scream.
So, how's life been treating you then, Cyril?
What can I say? There's been times, Rita, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But basically, it's still the same old story. Fight for love and glory, a case of do or die.
I see nothing's changed.
He just never learns. He'll end up scavenging through big heaps of tat in the Oxfam shop, trying to find his trousers. What's that? Glenn, what are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? And I tell you this, Wesley, if this caravan starts rocking...
What about you, Rita? Ever think of us at all? Does your memory stray to that bright summer's day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart?
Well, sometimes when I've been eating cheese last thing before I go to bed, I have the odd bad dream. Anyway, listen, Cyril. As soon as she heard Auntie Beryl was, well, you know, going, me mum went round there.
She was always quick off the mark, your man. She'd make a vulture look shy, she would.
You never liked my mum, did you?
Well, she started. She never liked me.
Because she had good reason to. She gave us a home, didn't she? And how did you repay her hospitality? By roaming about the house naked in the middle of the night.
I was sleepwalking.
No wonder the dog had started having fits.
Look, I tell you, I was walking in my sleep.
It could have killed my mum, the shock of meeting you on the landing like that. I just thank God she didn't have her glasses on at the time.
Oh, she rushed to get them, though, didn't she? I noticed that.
Oh, her glasses would have been no good to her. She'd have needed a microscope.
You always had a cruel tongue, Rita.
Well, stop interrupting me when I'm trying to tell you something. Like I say, my mum went round to Auntie Beryl's and she found a copy of her will. And it said, to my niece Rita and her husband Cyril.
I'm not your husband no more, am I?
I leave my house.
So it's no good coming round here. Pardon?
She's left us the house. Between us. Must be worth 30,000 quid easy.
What are they doing in there, Wesley? Here! The caravan's moving! Oh,
I think they're coming out.
Risa, what can I say? You've made me the happiest man on Merseyside.
It always was the one thing you had a craving for, wasn't it?
Blimey, Glenn. I think you've killed him.
Good. I'll have him stuffed.
Here, Cyril, look. I've got it all worked out, OK? You sell the house, right, and split the cash with Rita. Now, your share's 15,000, right? So we invest in a dozen decent motors, and on the profits that we get from them...
Marvellous, innit? No sooner do you get the first faint whiff of hard cash, and the muggers are out belting you with their handbags. And your own brother starts trying to spend the cash for you.
Anyway, Wesley, I've got first call on that money. Me and Cyril can get married on that, can't we, Cyril?
Well, let's keep a sense of proportion, Glenn. We can use that money to buy the things we've always dreamed of.
Such as what?
Well, a really high-class hair-weaving job. Some decent suits. There's one in Neville's window with flared lapels and a peacock blue lining. And then...
I dream about things for both of us, Cyril. A gas cooker with a ceramic hob. A nice bedroom suite and Draylon. One of them hostess trolleys for when we're entertaining other married couples.
It's that woman's homemaking instinct, you see, Cyril. Oh, and while I think about it, the budgie could do with a new ladder for his cage.
Look, I am not frittering away my inheritance on ceramic hobs and budgies ladders. That money's mine, and I'll do what I want with it.
Well, I'm warning you. She'll have it off you if you're not careful, Cyril.
No, you're wrong, Wes. She's changed, you see, for the better, through suffering. Because she had me, didn't she? But foolishly, she let me go. Carol feeling sorry for her, really.
I'm losing him, Mrs. McGregor. That woman, she's luring him away with her wiles. He's had 7 years of me, and now he takes me for granted.
Cyril's dad used to take me for granted. But anyway, one night I had a quiet word with Barbara Cartland over a glass of milk stout in the orphanage. And she said...
Ma'am, Barbara Cartland does not come from round here.
She does, you know. She had a stall on Runcorn Market for years. Selling little pots of honey and cut-price toilet rolls. She was very good on the household hints. It was her told me about rhubarb juice for getting the stains off your false teeth. Anyway, I consulted her about Cyril's dad, and she said that it's a good rule to keep an element of mystery in your marriage.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Mind you, a lot of things were a mystery to Cyril's dad already. What with his eyesight being bad and his hobby being drinking, he never had much idea where he was or who he was with. Anyway, I rearranged the furniture and I had my hair cut short. Cyril's dad thought he'd left me and he was living with another woman.
It was an article in my magazine, you see, Wes, called How to Keep and Rouse Your Man. And it said I had to ignite the slumbering fires of jealousy, thus turning modern civilised man back into a red-blooded savage.
I don't know, Glenn.
Just give it a try. When he comes in, give me a smacker.
Yeah, OK, but I still don't think our Cyril's the jealous type.
Because I like you, Cyril, and only because I like you, you can have a quarter share in the old cockatoo for only 15,000. What do you think?
I don't know, Mr. Stanley.
Tell you what, seeing it's due, you can have a full half share, 50-50, we'll be partners.
Let me mull it over, Mr. Stanley. But either way, if you want me to go on singing here...
Oh, I do.
Well, I have to insist on this. In future, pie sales will have to cease while I'm on stage.
No pies. But Cyril!
Never even noticed. Never even took it in. He just... Glenn!
What was that you did then?
No, I just kissed you, that's all.
No, you must have done something.
It's just an ordinary kiss.
Do me a favour. Have a quiet word with Cyril. Draw him a diagram if you have to.
You're not telling me your true superstars like Placido Domingo or Shakin' Stevens have to put up with pies flying about during their acts?
My last word, Cyril. For 15 thou, you can have the lot. The whole boiling. The club. Stock at valuation. Goodwill. Unused toilet rolls. Nigel's egg dentures. Pies in hand.
Mr. Stanley, it's a deal. Glenys, what are you playing at?
He noticed. He actually noticed.
Just have a care with Nigel, will you? They're my fixtures and fittings you're damaging. Fox. Hi, Lisa.
Hello, Cyril.
Been a long time, eh, Mrs. Barrett?
Not long enough. And what have you brought this riff-raff with you for?
I am here as our Cyril's business manager and financial advisor.
And I'm here to see there's no more funny business with her.
I can see why you've not married her.
You've had your turn, Adam, lady, so don't you come wanting second helpings.
Please.
Well, I'll tell you why I've come. I've always wanted to go to a will reading. Only there's ever been no one in our family ever had nothing to leave.
I said you were marrying rubbish, didn't I? But you wouldn't be told. You were always awkward after you started going to them youth clubs.
If you don't mind, madam, I would like to get on.
May I say, Mr. Cox, how nice it is to have a meeting with you under happier circumstances than what normally prevails.
And may I say, Cyril, why have I never been paid for all those other meetings you referred to?
What? You mean I owe you money? Mr. Cox, I am amazed. And yes, humbled.
Must be the computer playing up against Cyril.
The what? Oh, yes, the computer, yes. Which particular account was that got lost in the system?
All of them, Cyril. McGregor versus Hollywood superstars, brackets Wallacey. McGregor versus Rapunzel hair creations. The Queen versus McGregor on charges of cattle rustling. The Queen versus McGregor...
My word, Mr. Cox. Between us, we have left our mark on the law books, eh?
He never paid our Reacher's cost for divorcing him, neither. He wants locking up.
Excuse me, Mrs. Barrett. I beg to...
Please! Can we just remember why we're here? We don't want a lot of unseemly wrangling. After all, we are here because a fellow human being has passed on.
Oh, Wes, when you said that, I could hear your father talking.
Thanks, man. So if you can just get your finger out and pass the gelt over, we can get down the pub before they close.
Yeah, your father's through and through.
Why don't you just tell us what we've inherited? Me and Cyril.
Well, the will of the late Mrs. Beryl Redgrave. Wish everybody had the foresight to make their will.
If I go sudden, Glenys, I want you to have the budgie. The boy's never remembered his water, let alone his cuttlefish bone.
If I may proceed. Thank you. Omitting the preamble. I, Beryl Redgrave of 16 Herbert Morrison Crescent, do give my niece Rita all my household effects, including the clock her mother has always been after. And to my niece's husband, Cyril, I give the residue of my estate, including my house, the above-mentioned 16 Herbert Morrison Crescent.
Grace, old girl. He broke the mould when he made there.
Well, I reckon the simplest thing, Cyril, is if we just sell everything and split it down the middle.
Yeah?
Hang on. The way I heard that, Mr. Cox, it sounds to me like Rita gets the furniture and our Cyril gets the house on his own.
Now, just a minute. Whose auntie was the old cow?
Lisa, if your Auntie Beryl wanted me to have the house, I think we have to respect her wish.
Listen, you creep. Either I get half that house, or I will have you to cut so fast for back maintenance your arse'll catch fire.
I want you to fight us, of course, Mr. Cox. I think this is one we can win.
Forget it, Cyril. This will is pure fantasy. Your ex-wife's late Auntie Beryl didn't own the house anyway. What? Belongs to the council. Always mistake. In the language of the betting shop, Cyril, you have nothing to come.
That budgie's definitely mine, you know, Glenys. Bought and paid for, so you've no worries on that score.
You mean there's nothing? No house, no money, no nice suits. I'm not going to be able to buy my own nightclub.
Correct. I don't know whether the late Auntie Beryl was a nutcase or whether she just enjoyed a joke. But either way, you're not kidding.
Why didn't you tell me? Why did you let me go through with this cherry haze?
Well, I'll tell you. There are not many pleasures at my time of life, but one of the few I have left is watching the grieving relations fighting over the spoils.
Cheer up, Cyril. You'd have to count your blessings.
Such as what?
Well, for instance, I do not bear you a grudge, even though you got very uppity when you thought you was coming into a lot of money.
Thanks, Wes.
Likewise, I bear you no grudge, Cyril, even though I was hoping to get rid of the blue cockatoo at long last. And it cost me a good few bob last night in lost pie sales.
Thank you, Mr. Stanley. I'm sorry about that.
So you should be. Tonight, back to normal. We'll do it my way.
And you know I don't bear you a grudge, Cyril.
Don't deserve you, Glenn. I mean, if you wanted to kick me into touch, you'd be entitled.
I know. And a lot of girls would. Because they've no time for a fella who's got no looks or money or talent. But then things don't matter to me, Cyril. Because I love you.
So, all in all, you're a very lucky fella.
Eh?
Now, boys and girls, have you all got your complimentary African Explorers pies?
What are them?
Snake and pygmy.
Them pies come to you out of the singer's wages. Mr. Stanley said to me, tonight I want the pies to be on me. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, to agitate his tonsils for you, the Toxteth Nightingale, Cyril McGregor.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. Although there's clouds in the sky, I'll get pie if you smile. The things inside though